You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drakewing Gaming, the Sovy on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Winds of Change. So y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go! Load. Okay.
I put his spirit to good use, like I planned to do with your little friend.
He points behind us, and we turn to look. The scattered pieces of armor on the ground start to move. They assemble, forming bodies that move in a slow, stiff fashion. But after a few moments, the movements become more natural. It is much longer until an army of automatons blocks our path. There was nowhere to go. Sovy blocked the other side.
You're using the spirits to power that armor. Does that mean we've been fighting our own?
Now you finally understand. The force of life itself bends to the triumvirate. There's no way that you could hope to stop us.
He takes slow steps towards me, holding out his blade. I finally understand why it was so important to the triumvirate. They could command an army of spirits simply by possessing it.
As soon as I harvest the Seeress' soul, I'll leave. Valessa, if you behave, I might let you go. Visit the rebels. Tell them what's coming.
This is it. If he attacked me, the vision would end. I was armed with all the information I needed to counter this attack. The true purpose, the major players, and even the nature of the blade. He was so certain of his victory, he had no idea. I took a step forward, embracing what was to come. When this future came for Valinor, we would be ready. He thrust the blade inside of me with little effort. The pain is so intense, but I'm overcome with hope. As my vision fades, I find the strength to say one final thing.
Hmm?
Alright then. My eyes shoot open and I instinctively clutch my gut. The pain from the vision lingers, pulsing through my body. Panting heavily, I squirm in pain, waiting for it to fade. I fall off the side of my bed and slam into the floor. Thankfully, this makes me fully lucid, stopping the pain. For a moment, it's as if I existed in both scenarios. I rise to a sitting position and focus on my breathing. Still in shock at what happened, my heart beats frantically. It takes a while before it slows down, but I happily wait. When these negative feelings subside, I stand up. The vision I experienced plays on a loop in my head. I had to warn Milas. I had to ensure this didn't happen. A knock sounds on my door, and I lock up in a fright. After what I just saw, my mind is filled with anxiety. Thankfully, as a voice calls out to me, I'm put at ease.
Hey, Seeress! Open up! Don't make me wait all day again!
Fuck you, kid, I just got stabbed. It's Fortame. He's my best friend and Valessa's student. As my scribe, she had to train a backup, so to speak. A terrible scenario to plan for, but it had to be done. I rush over to the door and quickly unlock it. Welcoming him in, I notice a huge grin on his face. I feel relaxed. It's a brief reminder of safety.
Did you just wake up? Oh, jeez. I hope we won't be late. Don't tell me you forgot what day it is.
Oh, he's adorable. Flirty. Oh my god, flirty. Oh my god. Is it gonna be a Fortame path? Is it gonna be a Fortame path? It just might be, y'all. It just might be a Fortame path. Whatever it is, I don't need your help joking. You're here, so is it cute guy day?
Stop that. You're saying weird stuff again. I should be the one flattering you. It's your day. Something like this only happens once a generation. You're being officially inducted today. You know, the ceremony to brand you as a Seeress? It should have happened ages ago, but stuff got in the way.
Bureaucracy.
Let's not delay it anymore, alright? Just sign this paper before we go. Milas wants it. Consent for the ceremony. Thanks. This is exactly what I'll need. Put on something fancy. I'll wait outside.
Kind of curious what the character's name is. I reach out to try and stop him, but he's already gone. It's for the better, though, as he mustn't know what I saw. The only people authorized to know were Milas and Valessa. I look over to my wardrobe to look for an outfit. As Fortane pointed out, I'm still in my small clothes. If it was a big day, I'd guess I have to dress the part. What should I wear? Wear a beautiful dress. Look, if I'm a gal, I'm wearing cute girly clothes, okay? Yes, that should be a fine choice. It's not because I think women should wear cute clothes, it's because, specifically speaking, my female side is very, very feminine. Yeah, I'm not like a tomboy or any. That side of me is not tomboyish or anything like that. It's very, very feminine. I slip into the dress and turn back to my room. I take in everything at once. It's a huge mess. Once I meet Fortane, we might be busy for a while. I should finish up any last-minute business while I can, but at the same time, I shouldn't keep him waiting for long. Last time Fortane came over, he left his journal. Of course, he has nothing to hide, and he's always open. I often benefit from his writings. He's smarter than he lets on.
On scribes and visions. The scribe of Valinor is a very important position, and one not to be taken lightly. Tasked with hearing and interpreting the visions of the seer or seeress, they bear a large mental burden. The spirits have their own language, and many visions are cryptic in nature. Though visions have become more clear over time, they started out as a mess of metaphors and confusion. It's almost as if, over many years, the realm of spirits has found ways to communicate more efficiently.
Weird.
This is interesting for
Maybe
many
that voice
reasons.
is the voice is
We must
tied to
wonder if
different
the realm of
sound
spirits
aspects.
is a physical
Interesting.
entity, capable of growing and learning. There is no real explanation for this growing level of clarity in communication. It is widely believed that the realm of spirits hosts the souls of those who have left our world, but nobody has ever actually communicated with the dead or seen a long-lost loved one. Instead, these spirits grant visions of the future to those capable of witnessing them. Almost like a warning, they've helped keep Valinor safe, and Alestia by extension. Either way, because the visions have become more straightforward, the scribe is more of a ceremonial position. Rather than carrying any real weight, it is just an attempt to continue Valinorth's tradition. Recently, Valinorth has given the scribe their own protege, someone to take over if the worst should happen. For this reason, I study valiantly under Valessa.
Oh. Wait.
On scribes and visions. The scribe of Valinor is a very important position.
Oh, okay. I guess I get to the end of that. I was supposed to gather bags of grain for Milas. Valinorth is self-sustaining, we take turns harvesting. But I think I have something more important to talk to him about. My cooking space is so messy, it's embarrassing. I'm glad Fortane didn't stay and visit. It would have been lecture after lecture. What is that? Click question mark bottom corner of tutorial. The story, flow, and exploration will be main. Detail. New. Let's go back to... How do I return? Alright, my house. Okay. Okay, there we go. The town looks so peaceful and so quiet, and it's a far cry from the way I saw it last night. Hopefully the vision was far off and not impending. Okay, I did that. Alright, what else is there?
On scribes and visions. The scribe...
Oh, so there's two more here. I never water this plant anymore, but it's still alive. Allegedly, plant life is a container for spiritual energy. It's odd, because in that case, plants are immortal. Book. One of my books on the creation of Alestia. Algus Velur is one of the most famous scholars in the world. I tried to collect some of his works, but he wrote so much.
On Alestia's creation. There are many theories on when Alestia came into existence. None have any foolproof evidence and are merely based on personal belief and the conviction of the individual. The most popular, however, is the belief that the Triumvirate created our world. This theory is strengthened by the fact that no history or records of history exist prior to their rule. Therefore, the passage of time on our world is measured by how many years have passed since the first recording of known history, the Triumvirate's arrival. But, as the lack of evidence cannot be considered evidence itself, this is a topic of hot debate. The answer does not seem to be within our reach, and many scholars who dedicated their lives to this knowledge have since given up and moved on. As everyone on Alestia lives in a relative peace, these pursuits are considered a waste of time. If the Triumvirate truly did create our world, then we must thank them, for they are very generous and righteous gods. Perhaps one day, though, we will know the truth. Algus Veyer.
Ah, cool. Anything else down here? This book makes me wonder, where did we come from? If the Triumvirate are righteous, why would they attack us? If they didn't create Alestia, then who did?
On Alestia's creation.
It's like, book! Alright, what else we got? I really wish I could just hop back into bed, but I guess I have responsibilities and stuff. I shouldn't keep Miles in the dark for much longer. Is there a key I can press to see all the different clickable areas in this? Like you can do in, Rock? Probably not. There isn't much use for my armoire anymore right now. I already grabbed the dress, and that's all I need. But maybe I'll organize it more when I get the chance. The sword has been above my bed for as long as I can remember. It's ceremonial, and I couldn't really do anything in a fight. Fortane gave it to me when we were younger. That's how we met. This carpet is pretty luxurious. Valessa gave it to me. It sure beats walking on the cold wooden floor. The scribes go all out when it's their seer's birthday. The town looks so peaceful and so quiet. Okay. Alright. Book time! Grabbed a book. It's a book on the true reach of the spirits. A very divisive topic, and one that's always debated.
The true reach of spirits. It is a widely held belief that plant life is a container for spiritual energy. Because this energy is so pure, residents of forested areas tend to lead a happier and more fulfilling life. While many are frightened at the ability for the spirits to influence our mood, they have yet to do so in a negative fashion. To this end, many people actively seek out homes in areas surrounded by nature and this positive energy. Whether negative or positive, being influenced with unknown intent is concerning to many people. It seems to be tolerated simply because the power helps in a beneficial way. What if the realm of spirits were to lash out and make us aggressive or worse? What if they are conditioning our minds to slowly bend to their will? At that point, they could make us do any manner of bidding. This is the thought that also keeps many away from such areas of Alestia. But as there are numerous large cities, finding a home that suits your belief is far from impossible. Many ask the Triumvirate to speak on this, but they remain ever silent on the matter. Is it possible that not even our rulers know the true nature of the spirits and their reach? Algus Veyer.
Alright, I have found everything in this room. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon and YouTube memberships if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!